Ready to go now. Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies.
Number 31, Jake McCarthy.
And the home opener is underway.
7 o'clock.
That one pulled foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh.
Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Freddie Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't.
Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And now it's filled up. And that's a strikeout. Matthew Ross says he went around. In time to Devers, out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first. And today's starting pitcher, Michael Lorenzen. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty good at the end of the day.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. On the ground to short. Whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting second, first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Doyle on the move. And there are 2 outs. Here's Mike Trout.
That's a ball.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. That is the inning. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Bryce Harper. And that one hammered way back there. It's got a chance. And it's off the wall. And he starts off the second with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting seventh, shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar.
Whoa.
The Rockies with a chance to score first here in the top of the second. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter.
Hauls it in to end the inning. Back here in San Francisco, here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Max Muncy.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
That's smacked down a line to center. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
That one catches the zone. 0-1. And Adames swings through that one.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Colton.
Here's the left fielder, Colton Cowser. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're
safe at second, and he gets back in. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one. On to first, double play. Back here at Oracle Park, new inning getting started. Ryan Ritter digging in for the Rockies. Late swing fouled off. Soft contact in the air. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for Colorado, left fielder, Jake McCarthy.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Devers steps on the bag. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. So up next, Brenton Doyle. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Giants catcher, Will Smith.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Great effort, but it gets down. And the tying run is on base.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Luis Arraez.
That one hooked foul. 0-1 now. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. One out, man at first. Here's Acuna. He's 0 for 1.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
For the Giants, first baseman, Rafael Devers.
And Devers hits that one. Takes it in for the out. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. He's 0 for 1. And that is out of play. Runner edges away at second. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Fights it off. You'll see another. Andy O2. Nice grab. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Back here in San Francisco. Start of the fourth. Freddie Freeman digging in for the Rockies.
No, that's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That misses. Ball 3. Late with the swing there.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
And that one is lifted in the air. Trout settles under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Colorado, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for Colorado.
And here is Hunter Goodman. Caught looking his first time up. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Here comes Harper around third. And they lead by 2.
base hits, just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now pitching for
A
the
new
Giants,
arm into the game, the
number
righty,
67,
Keaton Winn.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Oh, that's inside.
Next one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Lined, and that's a base hit. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Save. In comes the run from second. And they take a 3-run lead. 1 down. Now it's the shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. That one's in there. Strike 1. And it's fouled away. Got him swinging for the K. The high heat, too much on that one.
Third baseman, Willie Castro.
And first offering is fouled off. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. No advance, though. Moniak leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. 2 runs across in the inning, top half of inning number 4. And that's a base hit. Trout hustles it back in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Got him looking. They limit the damage here. Bottom of the 4th, now the Giants 4-hitter, Max Muncy.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
All these Giants just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 0-2. And the funky Muncy is stifled by the strikeout.
Up next for the Giants, designated hitter, Willie Adames.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
And obviously a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Here's a 1-1. And there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
So digging in, Colton Cowser. Single to right at his first trip. This one smoked on its way out of here. A massive home run. And they cut into the lead. It's 3-1.
No, Bruce, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ripped, but it curls foul. On the ground, and that's just foul. Up the middle, it's through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Will Smith to the plate. Smith in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And that misses. And 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
Arise at the plate now, and that's inside.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Check swing. He held up. Ball 3.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
In for a strike. Now 3-1. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at-bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. The throw home. In there safely.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Out towards right center field. Doyle moving under this one. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies. Eric Miller will take over here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Ground ball up the middle. The sliding play it short to first. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Up next for Colorado, center fielder Blackie Doyle.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Doyle, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And down on strikes, 2 down. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Colorado, the designated hitter, Freddie Freeman.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Comes up empty. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now batting, Mike Trout.
All these Giants, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful.
Bowling. Ball 2.
Well, I've noticed they've been pitching him hard inside, and the key is if you're going to make a mistake, you got to make it off the dish. If it leaks out over the plate with this kind of power, you'll be asking for a new baseball.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a high fly ball left field. McCarthy in position. 2 down. Go ahead run on base. Colton Cowser, the next Giant to hit.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
No.
Runner on the go. In the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base.
Heads up base running right there.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and he popped it up. That is the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Bryce Harper. Check swing, went around. Strike 1.
For all these Rockies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. One thing is they haven't been fooled all that much. 6 of their hits have come off speed pitches. You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Oh.
So with that fastball approach in mind, it'll be interesting to see if we see any adjustments in terms of the pitch calling. And clearly there's been a need to mix it up a little bit more than they have.
The 2-1. Fouled off. He was late. Two and two. That one missed. And that is low for ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and he earned that walk.
Go ahead run on base. Mickey Moniak digging in for the Rockies. The Rockies with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
That's a really good take.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, number 77.
Carson Seymour.
And that one fouled off. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first.
No, that's a ball.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in San Francisco. Leading off, Carlos Correa.
Shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Swing and a foul out of play. This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Made a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out there. You just have to tip your cap on the mound.
In the air to left center. And there's one down. One out man at first. Luis Arraez stands in.
Luis Arraez.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt.
To Tovar. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the top of the seventh. Willie Castro digging in for the Rockies.
No, that's a ball.
In the air, right field. Acuna on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for Colorado, second baseman Ryan Rivers.
Slider clips the corner.
Well, he's gotten ahead with two pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
And there's two down. So back to the top of the order. Now the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. In the air, left field. Cowser turns to the right on the move. And that is that. Back here in San Francisco. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
That's a ball.
In the air to left center. McCarthy gets under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman Rafael Devers.
There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Up next for the Giants.
Here's Trout. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. Devers headed home. He will score, and the Giants take the lead. Safely into third. It's an RBI triple.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Really nice job. Take that inside pitch and pull it.
Emmett Sheehan gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, this offense has great opportunity to add on right here with the runner at third, less than 2 outs. So they're asking him to come through in a big way out of the bullpen. He's got bases. Work with, so he doesn't have to challenge this guy too much if he doesn't want to. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Trout touches home and he scores. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Adames in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. The 1-1. There's a strike. 95 of that one. Muncy, the base runner at first with 1 out. Back up the, that got him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status.
Left fielder, Colton Cowser.
Liner snagged at first.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Correa in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Laser, base hit. Muncy on his horse around third. In comes the run from second. Safe at second, and he gets back in.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. the top of the eighth, digging in, number 9.
Center fielder,
The
Reggie
Rockies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Smith takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
Up next for Colorado, the designated hitter, Freddie Freeman.
Nope, that's off the plate. Oop.
The Giants leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 8th.
No, that's a ball.
Right through there for a strike. Missed inside with the curve. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Bryce Harper. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. That one is hammered right field. This one's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, Luis Arias.
Baseman, Luis Arias.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Sheehan goes 6 feet 5 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So now back to the top of the order. That one the other way. Base hit. Lead runner around second.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working.
In the air out to center. Doyle coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Mike Trout, the next Giant to hit. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 2 on, 1 out. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Carrying well. 1 run is in, and it bangs off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead is up to 5. Next will be the Giants' DH, Willy Adames. Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. A 2-run shot. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, back there, and it's out of here into the arcade section for a home run. In the air, left field, down the line. And it hooks just foul.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jose Butto.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two. Puts a bunt down. Devers, the flip. Pretty nice play there.
Up next for Colorado, right fielder Nicky Moniak.
Bunted back towards the mound. In time to Devers. Rockies down to their final out.
Up next for
Two
Colorado,
outs, base is empty.
shortstop,
And the batter will be the
Ezequiel
shortstop, Ezequiel Tovar. Bunts it towards the mound. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Giants take this one in a blowout.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
And your final 11-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Si corono todo vamos a cobrar. Estuve abajo, me patearon, no me voy a olvidar. Firme con mi pie plantado, yo nunca me voy a arrodillar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho si me vas a hablar. No te escucho, dilo con el pecho, estás hablando con el voz. Estamos saltándonos aquí, los platos dan pa' dos. Si la prendo molotov.
Looking for me. Just look up in the sky on them clear black nights.